Hello, welcome back to the channel, and this is a channel where we give you reviews, playthroughs, unboxings. We generally like to talk a lot of bollocks about tabletop gaming in general, and in this video we're going to be talking about an Ameritrash game. We're going to be talking about Fallen Land, a post-apocalyptic board game, 2nd edition. And in this game you'll be roaming around a post-apocalyptic United States of America. You'll be having encounters, doing over some bad dudes, getting some reputation that will allow you to win the game. So in this video, you know, I'm getting old, we're going to be giving you a very brief overview of the rules. We'll be telling you what we do like, what we don't like. Then we'll come back and we'll tell you whether or not Fallen Land is worth your time and bother today and in the future. So remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Hit the like button and all that YouTube bullshit. See you after this. Bollocks. So, Fallen Land, a post-apocalyptic board game, 2nd edition. How'd you play this game? So Fallen Land, a post-apocalyptic board game, 2nd edition, is a post-apocalyptic themed Ameritrash game. It's going to be loads and loads of cards in this game. There's going to be loads and loads of die rolling as well. Each player is going to choose a faction sheet. There are shitloads on offer here. You're going to put the faction sheet in front of you, and then you're going to draw a certain number of character cards. You'll choose character cards to place in different areas around your faction map. You see that each area has a different colour, and the slot that you choose dictates the die that you will roll for each character when you're doing different skill checks, right? Each player is going to get 10 spoils cards. You'll be able to place these underneath each of your characters on your faction map, and you'll see that each of these spoil cards has got different attributes that contribute to the strength of the chance of success when you do a skill check. You take your party marker, you'll place it on your home space on the board. You'll get a couple of starting technologies that are listed on your player map. These will give you a helping hand when you're doing your skill checks, yeah? And there's loads of other bullshit to do, but I can't be asked to go into it here, right? So this game takes place over a number of phases. The first phase is the effects phase. You're going to resolve any world encounter or other card effects, and you're going to take wounds if you've got an infected wounds chip, and you'll discard characters that have got 3 psychological damage, right? You've got physical damage and you've got psychological damage, because I'm guessing that post-apocalyptic America is actually worse for your mental health than modern day America, but only just. So the next phase is the town business phase. Each player is going to get an action card. Action cards are things that you could play on your turn to help you in your quest to boost your reputation, right? And then you'll get any town health points or salvage coins from your resources that you got, right? Salvage coins are the currency in this game, right? So you've got to keep hold of these to buy shit. Then the next sub phase is the financial phase. You'll be able to auction off any of the shit that you didn't want, because you'll be placing it in your auction house on your player board, right? You can offer this to any other player, and other players can offer their stuff to you, and it's like a simultaneous sort of bid-in, free-for-all auction type thing, right? Then you can buy and sell stuff. You can sell spoils and action cards for the salvage coin value. You could buy town technologies for 25 salvage coins, and you could buy town defense chips for 10 salvage coins. Town defense chips do exactly what I say on the tin. They help you defend your town, don't they? You fucking stupid or something. So the next phase is the exploit phase. You can move your non-player characters that you've gathered throughout the wasteland, and you can resolve any assignments that you have applied to them, right? And then phase 4 is the meat and potatoes of this game. It's the party exploits phase. This is where you'll be moving across the wasteland and doing shit. So each player's got 4 weeks or 4 action points to spend during the party exploits phase, right? There's different actions that you can take. You can move. It's going to cost you 1 week. You roll a d6 and add any movement bonuses that you've got. If you've got like a vehicle, it's going to give you a movement bonus. If you've got any characters with some special abilities, they're going to give you movement bonuses as well. And then you'll move your party according to the terrain cost, right? If you're moving across plains, it's going to cost you 1. Moving through mountains is going to cost you 2. If you're going for a city or an irradiated area, it's going to cost you 3 movement points, yeah? So you can do the encounter deed. This is going to cost you 1 week. Draw an encounter card and you will resolve it. You can do the player versus player deed. You can attack another player in your space, right? Or you can do the resource deed. You've got to be occupying a resource hex. These are these weird looking, I think they're like windmill type things. Maybe wrong. I don't think people have windmills anymore, do they? But then maybe they do in the post-apocalyptic America, right? If it's unclaimed, you will draw from any encounter deck and successfully complete to claim the resource space. Resource spaces give you you more resources during the town business phase and that. And the deck that you choose indicates the difficulty. So if you choose from the plains deck, it's going to be a piece of piss. If you choose from the mountains deck, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to complete. And if you choose from the city deck, it's going to be like squeezing a massive hard turd out of your arsehole. So you can heal. It's going to cost you 2 weeks because it takes quite a while to heal, doesn't it? You'll perform a medical skill check, and if you are successful, you will remove 1d6 of physical damage. Or you can do a mission deed. This is a 3-week deed. You must occupy a hex with a mission chip on it, right? You'll draw a mission card and you will resolve it. And once you've done that, you'll roll 2d10 and you'll move it to a different hex, yeah? Once you've done fucking about with all your actions and you move on to the end of turn phase, you'll roll a die and consult the town events chart. You might end up gaining a prestige, 4 town health and an action card. Or you might end up rolling really badly and you might lose 1 prestige and 2 town health. That's akin to losing victory points or maybe your little finger. So if the game asks you to perform a skill check, what you will do, you'll gather up all the dice of the characters that are involved in the skill check and you will roll them. You'll find the target number by adding up all the equipment, all the skills that your character has got, and you'll check to see if each character's passed a check. If they have rolled more than 10, then that is an automatic success and you'll take the excess. You'll look at the target number. If you roll a 1, it is an automatic success, right? If you roll a 10, then it is an automatic failure. And if the roll is greater or equal than the target number, then you have passed the skill check and you can have a party and maybe have a crafty wank behind a bush or something, you know what I mean? That's if bushes still exist. So you keep doing this, you'll keep roaming around the wasteland, you'll keep having encounters, you'll keep trying to fulfill missions and get as many victory points as you can. Then once a player has got 20 prestige or 80 town health, then that player will be the winner of Fallen Land, a post-apocalyptic board game 2nd edition. So what do we like about Fallen Land 2nd edition? So the first thing that we really like about it is it tells a fucking fantastic story, right? It's absolutely abundantly clear to me that the people that created this game have spent more hours than I've had hot dinners crafting the cards in this game. Each of the encounter cards has got a whole paragraph of richly detailed world building, yeah? And it's full of surprises. There's loads and loads of surprises, right? We played this the other day and I took a spoils card and it just so happened to be a pack of fucking horses, right? Just roaming around in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how a human being has got the imagination inside their skull to create a game like this. But if you're after an Ameritrash game that has an abundance of batshit crazy storytelling, then this is fucking up your street, right? So the second thing we like about Fallen Land is that there is an absolute mass of content in this box. There's 1,000,000,001 cards, right? It's going to take you your entire lifetime plus 6 to see everything in this game, yeah? And I don't think I've got that long left, right? So I'm going to have to keep playing this and keep playing this and keep playing this just to get through all of the content in this box. The fact that you've got a multitude of characters to choose from and loads and loads of different items, loads and loads and loads of different encounters. Even if you do see the same thing twice, it's going to be matched up with different characters or different special abilities, right? So yeah, it's absolutely astonishing the amount of content you get in this game, yeah? So the third thing that we like about Fallen Land is that the success system is really, really streamlined, right? It's a piece of piss, isn't it? You just add up all of the abilities you got and all the equipment you got, for the skill that the card is asking for. You roll a dice, you assign it to the character, and then you check to see whether or not you got equal or more, right? They could have peppered this with a lot more complexity, but thankfully it's really easy to understand the rules, even if the rule book is a little bit big for my liking. They do give you a quite handy quick start guide, which gets you into the game real quick, and then you consult the bigger rule book if you get in the shit. So yeah, it's pretty quick to set up. Just throw a few cards around, tell people what they got to do, and you can explain the game as you are playing it, right? That's a bit of a bonus for a game of this size. So what don't we like about Fallen Land post-apocalyptic board game 2nd edition? So the first thing that we don't like about it is it can turn into a bit of a dog's dinner on the table, right? You're going to have your player mat in front of you, you're going to have all the character cards strewn around, then you've got a farm room to have all of these different weapons and special abilities that are assigned to it. You're going to have a vehicle up here that's strangely going to take part in combat. I don't know if somebody's going to turn into a ram raider or something like that. And if you haven't got the Descendants expansion that comes with a nice little card box, you're going to have 16,954 million different card piles strewn across the table, yeah? And if you are insane enough to play this with 6 players, then really it's going to take up the whole fucking room, isn't it? So yeah, it is a bit of a mess. I know there's an app that allows you to keep track of the different skills that your players have got, but that doesn't help with the amount of cards that are actually going to be thrust in front of your eyeballs. And it is a bit of a struggle remembering what special abilities you got and when they trigger, yeah? So the second thing we don't like about this game, and this is a cosmetic issue, is that the board is a little bit too small for our liking. fucking. This is like seeing a Mr. Olympia bodybuilding champion up on stage with his big muscles, and then he pulls his pants down and he's got testicles the size of peanuts. Okay, I know that there was an option in the Kickstarter, right, for a bigger board, but me being a medieval pauper, I couldn't afford it at the time. So we had to go with this. And for a game of this magnitude, for a game of this breadth and awe-inspiring depth, having a piddly little board in front of you is a bit of a kick in the teeth, isn't it? So the final thing that we don't like, and probably the main thing that's going to prevent us from playing this as much as I would love to, is it is too long. And I mean, it's really, really long. This game plays up to 6 players. You're going to need a psychological analysis by Sigmund Freud to allow you to play this at 6 players. There's absolutely no fucking way that I'm going to play this with 6, even though I really, really want to do it. But the downtime in this game, if you're going to play it with maybe more than 2 or 3 players, is just going to be mind-numbing. Because when you take your turn, you're going to get the first player sheet, and you're going to have to go through all the steps on this and resolve all the cards and stuff before the next player can have a go. I would have liked a variant where you can all play together and do something while somebody's taking their turn. This makes Merchants and Marauders port turn seem like you are playing no thanks, right? So yeah, unless you have got a whole day, and I mean a whole day to play this, yeah, do not play this with more than 3 players. Even then, it's going to take you the best part of a day to play it, right? So to summarise, is Fallen Land worth your time and bother today and in the future? So we're going to say yes. I don't know if you can hear that. There's a fucking thunderstorm going on outside, and it's like torrential rain out there. So maybe it is the end of the world because we have recommended this game. Fallen Land is the ultimate Ameritrash game in my humble opinion. The card-driven story and loads of die rolling creates a grandiose experience that is second to none in this space. It's long, and I mean it's really fucking long. Chances are you will not complete this in one sitting, but if you do have the stamina of an in-demand porn star, then this might just be the greatest Ameritrash game ever made by a human being in the universe ever. So there you go, that's Fallen Land, a post-apocalyptic board game, 2nd edition. Remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Hit the like button and all that YouTube bullshit. See you next time.